At the start of both of our clips, we used a fade-in. These are traditional screenplay techniques, as we researched. For the preliminary one, we used a fade-in for the main action, and for our media product, we used one when we first meet Lily.
An editing technique that we employed in both our final construction and our preliminary task is the use of a match on action. As shown in the preliminary task, there is a lack of continuity with the use of the match on action. However, on the two occasions that we used it within our final construction, they both make sense.
Looking back on our preliminary task, the lighting had changed. So, for example, in one of it looked more grey, and in another one, the lighting was more orange. However, we tried to not have this issue for our final media product by filming it all in the same shot, or even when we did it outside, by making sure that the lighting was the same and had continuity.
We used the camera technique of a panning shot. When we attempted it in our final construction, we ensured that it was much more sustained and stable. As shown in the clip from our preliminary task, the panning shot looks near accidental due to how short it has been cut. In the preliminary task, an over-the-shoulder shot, we used it to show the focus on the deck of cards being played in the middle. However, in the final construction, we used it to show the expression of one character. In the preliminary task, at certain points the music becomes particularly loud and drown out the dialogue. However, during our editing of the final construction, we made sure to balance the sound of the music and the dialogue.
Lily, it's time to go to church.
In our preliminary task, we zoom in on one of the characters' faces in order to show their emotion. The zoom button is used on the camera. However, in the final construction, the director of photography physically moves.
So throughout our preliminary task, we found out there were lots of issues with continuity. During the process of actually putting down the cards, it tended to cut between two shots, and the cards which had been placed down often weren't the ones in the next shot. Also, they were sitting down at one point and then suddenly they were just standing up, which wouldn't make sense to the audience at all.
However, in our final construction, we made sure that through the editing and the filming to make much more use of continuity as shown through our matte cuts.
In our preliminary task, we involved a punch from the female character to the male character. How this was constructed, it made it look obviously fake. However, we adapted this, so in our final media product we included a slap, and this was a lot more realistic. Most opening thrillers had various titles. We included this into our final product by having a production company title card. We then had title cards going on throughout, which consisted of different roles and the actors. And the last title card we had was the actual title of the film, Temptation, along with the director, Bethan Bates. This was very stereotypical to conventions. The ending for our preliminary task was quite unexpected. We had a rewind of some of the action that had just occurred. However, for our final media product, we made it more deliberate and more traditional by finishing with the title of our piece, Temptation, and had the final title card of it.